You've been on TV for years now. We saw you on Big Brother, we saw you on Survivor Co-Wrong, and now Game Changers. And what is it with Day 9 and you? Is there a curse with Day 9 because that's when you were medevaced last time, and now you're eliminated on Day 9?
I really don't know. Maybe that. There for a minute, I was like, maybe 9 might just be my magic number. It might be my lucky number, but then again, maybe it's the curse number. I'm not exactly sure. I think maybe it's just an accident of coincidence that it just kind of happened to be the same day. Definitely not what I wanted. It stinks when you go play, a show like Big Brother that's 100 days, and you last 94, well, at 97, and you last 93 out of that time, and you do so well, and then you go play Survivor, and you only last 18 days out of playing twice. It's
right.
It's very humbling.
Yeah, and that brings up a good question from one of your fans, Misty in Henderson. She wants to know, since you have done Big Brother, you have done Survivor, what about The Amazing Race? Is that going to be next on your plate?
I would definitely love to do Amazing Race next. I feel really well at that show. My wife and I are both into fitness. We're very healthy. We love this kind of stuff. It's like that show's meant for us. It is, and we've gotten the question several times today. Is Amazing Race next? And I would love to do The Amazing Race. There are several shows out there that I would love to do that I think that I would do really well on. But it's just it's kind of waiting on producers. If the producers want me to do it, I definitely won't turn it down. And I would want my wife to be my partner because I know that together, I honestly believe we'd be untouchable.
Well, hopefully CBS is listening to this conversation here. That would be great. So yeah, and moving to the tribe swap, at the end of the day, do you consider that tribe switch to be the thing that ended your game? Like, in other words, would you still be on that island without that twist?
Yeah. If I would have stayed with the tribe that I was with, I was so intertangled. Like I guess I was entangled with them. I was intertwined. Like we were all so close and so knitted together. It was just, I was in a really good spot. I had Malcolm, I had Michaela, I had Aubrey, I had Toyzan. Me and Jeff were so tight, and it was, in all reality, it was kind of, I almost had like a final two deal with 7 people, and 7 people wanted me, to go to the end with them, and I believe that's just the strategy that I used, and it was to open up and let people in and not block them out. It was more so of that was my strategy, was getting on their good side, telling them about my life, letting them get to know who the Caleb was before all of this, and how, and who I was beforehand, and all that good stuff. So it was, my strategy was working, and I was, to my knowledge, and for what they were telling me out there, which could be different, shown on TV, was I was very safe. Like day one, Sierra goes around saying, my name. And, for instance, I didn't even really talk to Sandra that much, but the moments that I did, obviously I succeeded, because when Sierra said my name, Sandra was like, wait a minute, who said your name? You ain't going nowhere. And for me, it was like, yeah, it was comfortable. I felt good. It was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I got the queen of Survivor has my back. And
right.
When the queen of Survivor has your back, I feel like there's many more pawns that are in front of me that'll go before me, is how I felt. So it was nice, and I was in a very good spot at the beginning of the game. But, buff drop, and next thing you know, I've got the odds completely against me.
Right. Well, let's pretend there had been no swap, and so you're still on your old Mana tribe with everyone. Who do you think would have been the next to go? Would it have been Sandra?
I don't believe so because she wasn't really a threat at the time. From what I remember, it probably would have been maybe Aubrey or Michaela. Those were the other two names that were being thrown around everywhere. Everyone else was really tight. Aubrey was kind of on the outs a little bit, to my knowledge. Michaela was kind of on the outs a little bit just because she was one of the unknowns. Like, she's an unknown person here. We don't know what she's capable of. She's kind of a firecracker. You know, if you say the wrong thing, she's going to go on and tell everybody, and she's mad, and she's going to try to fight you. And that was Michaela, and a lot of people didn't like that. You know, she was a ticking time bomb, and when you have that, that can be detrimental to anybody's game. And so I believe if we would have lost again as Mana, it probably would have been Aubrey. Well, you know what? Haley was in the mix as well. It probably could have been Haley. Haley didn't really bring a lot to the tribe. In all fairness, she wasn't that great in challenges. She wasn't really bringing a lot, and she kind of was just sitting back. She wasn't really doing much. So it would have been a girl, in my opinion. It would have been, in my opinion, it would have been Michaela, Aubrey, or Haley.
And speaking of Haley, it was you and her that were kind of on the chopping block last night. Why do you think they ultimately decided to get rid of you instead of Haley?
I believe that Brad Culpepper did a really good job convincing everybody that I was a huge threat. Haley is very easy manipulated. She is not good at challenges. She's like an easy goat. She's an easy out. At any moment, you can just send her home. And I think that's what maybe people saw. I think that's what the tribe saw. And I think Brad Culpepper's side of it was he wanted to be the only alpha male. That way he seemed to be needed. And I've said that in all my other interviews. I feel that Brad Culpepper, when he seen another alpha male come in, I think it may have scared him. I think he may have looked at it as, well, if Caleb's here, they won't need me anymore. Because with just Brad, obviously, he's needed. He's the muscle. He's the power. He's going to help win challenges. And why need me? And I think that may have crossed Brad Culpepper's mind was, I can't have another one of me here plus more. And I said it earlier, and my wife actually laughed at me, but I said you got Brad Culpepper's the alpha male, and when I stepped up and they came with me, I think Brad Culpepper said, oh, well, he's an alpha plus. He's an alpha plus male. And I think when he seen that, it was an intimidation thing. I think, in all honesty, I think that he looked at it as, if he's here, they don't need me, so he's got to go.
Are you bummed that Ty voted you out? I mean, you even let Ty give you a kiss on the cheek last night, and that was a really funny moment. And then he turns around and votes you out.
Yeah, I can't take any of that personal. It's just a game. And some people will be like, it's just not a game. It's not just a game. And for me, yes, it is. Just a game. Dang, I'm just trying to fall fun. It is just a game for me, and I can't let a game like that dictate my friendship outside of the game. And, Ty and I are friends. We're good friends, and we talk, at least once a week. And just because he done that, it obviously was best for his game. And, you do what you got to do in a situation that he was put in. And long story short, Brad Culpepper basically told him that if you don't vote Caleb out, you're going next.
Right.
And even Ty said that Brad told him, we've got the numbers to send him home. Like, you cannot save him. He's going home. And if you vote with him, that shows that you're against us, and you'll go next. And, Ty did what he had to do. And if that means send me home and save himself in the game, he's got to do that. And I respect that, and I do not hold that against him.
Well, now that you're watching the episodes each week and you don't really know what's going to happen next, who are you rooting for to win the $1 million? Who do you want to come out victorious?
That's a hard one. I would really love to see Ty at the end. I really would. He was so close last time. You know, he didn't get to pull it off. Man, there's not really one specific person that I would say that I would love to see there. They all be there, and man, heck, I mean, I'd love to see Ozzy there. I'd love to see Malcolm there, Ty there, Jeff Varner there. I mean, everyone that I became close with, everyone that I enjoyed hanging out with, I would love to see them win because they deserve to win. They deserve to be there. So I would say everybody, you know, anyone deserves to be at the end. And I would definitely say one of my guy friends. I would love to see one of my buddies that I got close with. I'm going to say Malcolm. I'd love to see Malcolm at the end, and I'd love to watch him get that check. And, you know, he's played several times, and I think he deserves it, and I think he's very capable of making that happen.
Well, it was great talking to you, Caleb. I'm so sorry about the day 9 curse. That seemed to have got you again, but we will be looking for you and campaigning for you on the Amazing Race. We want to see you do that next.
Yeah, let's campaign it. Caleb and Ashley Reynolds for Amazing Race. I definitely know it would be a very good one.
Awesome. Well, thanks a lot. Have a good day.
All right, buddy. Thank you.